served a mission in northern Argentina. And there were two missions in Argentina, the Buenos Aires mission and the Northern Argentine mission, based in Cordoba. And throughout my mission, we had a lot of general authorities come to visit us.
Mm-hmm.
I can name a few of them, but I know I've left a few out. Spencer W. Kimball came. A. Theodore Tuttle.
He came to my mission too.
Yeah. Let's see, LeGrand Richards. Kimball was an apostle then, and Richards was an apostle. And Hugh B. Brown, from the first presidency, he was President McKay's first counselor.
Uh-huh.
And the second counselor came too, in Eldon Tanner. I can remember those five. There may have been others. But one thing that I never understood, whenever they'd come, they would ask us to get a gathering of saints, and we'd get practically every member in the area would show up. We had hundreds of members for each one of them to speak to, and there would be a lot of elders there too. And invariably, they asked me to translate.
Oh, really?
It'd be Spencer Kimball, and he'd say, Elder Crockett, how about you coming up and translating for me?
Oh, really?
And I'd translate, and then LeGrand Richards, same thing. Elder Crockett, and there'd be 30 or 40 elders there. And they'd ask
remember
me.
him, he talked
And
twice as fast as everybody else, too.
And yeah, LeGrand Richards was like,
He was funny, wasn't he?
he was funny, and he would talk so fast and tell pioneer stories one right after another.
And he never stuck to a text. It just kind of made it,
Just
came to him, yeah.
right
He
out of
never
his
took a
mind.
breath.
Yeah,
Hardly took a breath, like
Yeah.
Liberta said. And
yeah.
A. Theodore Tuttle, he spoke a little slower. He was a little easier to translate for, as was Spencer Kimball. LeGrand Richards was really hard to translate. And Hugh B. Brown was quite methodical and slow, and I did
His
all
daughter
that.
was in my ward
Was
in
she?
Buffalo,
Wow.
New York.
Ah. In Eldon Tanner wasn't too bad to translate for, but I was dismayed. I always thought, why are they asking me? There were better translators, better speakers of Spanish than me by
But
far.
they're the ones that asked for you, huh? It wasn't just the mission president that signing anybody.
No, it's each one of those.
Huh.
Every time. And one time, Hugh B. Brown made a prophecy. He's right in the middle of his talk. He stopped and said, I'm going to prophesy that there's an elder in this mission that's going to be a special witness of Christ and sit in the highest seats, highest councils of the church. So I was jotting down all the names of the elders that were present, but I had to translate, so I missed a lot of them. But I thought I'll try to keep track of who this was. We had a bunch of native Argentine elders there who were construction missionaries in Mendoza. And yeah, but I found out who it was. It turned out to be Todd Christofferson.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was called to be a general authority about 25 years later,
Huh.
maybe 30 years
And
later.
he was in your mission then, huh?
Yeah.
Huh.
At that time, he wasn't in that meeting, but Elder Brown didn't say, or President Brown didn't say, he's in this meeting. He just said, there's an elder in this mission. And he went on to say he will never do or say anything that would embarrass his mother or his sisters.
Mm.
And I once told Elder Christofferson about that. He said, you know, I've heard about that prophecy. And he said, it ended up being me. He admitted that.
Mm.
And he said, but I've never heard it with the detail that you've told me.
Mm.
And he said, for that, I'm going to put your name on the prayer list of the first presidency this week. And he said, you'll be on their prayer roll when I was about to have some major surgery. And so he put me on their prayer roll.
Oh.
And I still get a Christmas card from him every year.
Oh.
But I never understood, I didn't finish. I never understood why they're asking me. And I was kind of like, Nephi, when his brothers just ignored the counsel of their father Lehi, Laman and Lemuel didn't pay any attention to his prophecies. And they said, the Lord's never made any such thing known to us. And Nephi says in 2nd Nephi, I think, have you inquired of the Lord? And I thought of that one day. And I was thinking about having to translate for all those brothers. And so I inquired of the Lord. I asked him, why did that happen? However many years ago it was. Been over 60 years ago. And the Spirit just very simply and clearly said, it was to prepare you to be a patriarch, because you have to translate vague messages from one language to another. And he said, in giving a blessing, you do the same thing. You get a thought in your mind and try to put it into English. It's practice for that.
Did you ever know Joseph Fielding Smith? Did you ever personally meet him?
Yeah, I've met him. Didn't have a whole lot to do with him. I probably had more to do with Spencer Kimball than any of them.
Yeah, Joseph Fielding Smith came to my mission in Guatemala. And one of the mission counselors was there, and he came up to this mission counselor, and there were several elders there, and he says, how many people were excommunicated in this mission last year? Something to that effect, you know. He says, well, I don't know, President or whatever he was, or elder. He says, I didn't ask you if you didn't know. He says, get in there and find out right now. He just grouchy as an old bear. Of course, there were several missionaries around there and saw it. Boy, the word went through the boy, he's really an old grouch, you know. And so then they had testimony meeting after that, you know. We're all sitting in there for a testimony meeting. And everybody's afraid of him. Nobody's going to get up and do it first, you know. We all just sit there like this, you know. And he barks out. He says, "Well, somebody get up and bear your testimony. You're wasting my time." And so somebody jumps up and they bear the testimony. And we had some missionaries that didn't speak English in there, and so we had translators. And they were translating him from English to Spanish or what he said, you know. One of the elders got up and he says, in Spanish, he says, I'm gonna speak in Spanish so we don't need the translators. And he says, you said in English so I can understand it.
I was in a meeting once.
You guys already eat?
No, we're about to pray.
I was in a meeting once with Paul Dunn. It was in the old mission home in Salt Lake City. We had 1 week there before we went to language training and
You mean the old mission home that looked down from up on the hill?
yeah,
Look down and you could see the temple in the
Yeah.
temple square. Oh yeah.
right. It's where the conference center is
Now, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's where I went on.
Yeah.
I went through my whole mission home. It was just a week.
yeah, just 1 week.
Yeah.
And we had gone through a temple session. And I think this may have been in the temple, maybe not. It may have been when we got back to the mission home. And Elder Dunn had gone through the temple with us. And he said, now I'm going to open it up for questions. Some of you may have questions. Ask whatever you want to ask. And an elder raised his hand and said, since Mary gave birth to Christ, who's the Son of the Father, did they have sexual relations? And Elder Dunn said, Elder, that has nothing to do with your eternal salvation. Next question. That elder turned red as a beet.
You should have.
Well, shall we pray?